Now I've mentioned on videos, much of these I'm working on, getting everything in my room straightened up. There's just boxes and tubs and totes everywhere full of stuff. Well, I knew on one side there at the very bottom, like right in front of this huge green tote, that this thing, I have not felt anything this heavy in quite a while. I haven't felt anything heavy since I used to work out every day and like throw up a decent amount of weight. I mean, I never was throwing huge amounts up, but I was 18 and worked out every day for 4 years. Do up some weight. Open up books. And it's like, oh, I kind of think what it was is I threw all the books that either I wanted to read and hadn't read yet and knew were going to be hard to replace, or stuff that I loved and just hadn't put up on the shelf yet. So I'm going to go through the stack real quick. I'll make an interesting video. Agent of Terror #3 is the latest books. The Emerald Elephant Gambit. Hannibal Fortune is trapped between evil star creatures and savage barbarians by Larry Maddock. Now give me a second. Civilization Must Die. Hannibal Fortune's responsibility as a special agent of Terra. Changed by the sinister schemes of Empire, but sometimes he hated what he had to do. In the Indus Valley of the 15th century BC, a great and beautiful civilization flourished. Now it's being invaded by a barbaric army from the west, and history said the savages must win. That Mohenjo-Daro must fall. Fortune has to fight to ensure the bloody conquest, while vicious looters from the far future tampered with the balance of history. Just looked real close. One is all what I used to paint records. Let me see what year this is. It's old. I mean, I either got this at a thrift store or my uncle gave this to me. This kind of stuff he read as a kid. 67. Or as a teen, sorry. This, I've had so many copies. I've read this a zillion times. Han Solo and the Lost Legacy by Brian Daly. One of those books that was created, after New Hope and before Empire, and look, it's got a little cover damage. I mean, this ain't worth shit in this shape, but it's a cool little book. Oh shit! Another one where in this shape not worth that much because are these back in print? Yeah, this is. I know Peter Zanthi gets a bad rep. I understand why he is. He's got some creepiness to some of his stuff when you start picking up on it. And this is the series when I was reading. I'm like, oh, what? Oh, damn. This is the biography of Space Time. I know we put out like 2 more volumes after he finished the original run. I only read the original run, and I prints. Anytime I find them anywhere for cheap, I grab them. This is probably a thrift store find. It is beat the hell up, but it's readable. This was a find at a thrift store. Junk store's now closed. Just grabbed it because it's a movie time book. And I know sometimes I have to, man, this is actually, I mean, this one's a little beat up. But it is not in horrible shape, horrible shape. And I think this only got like one print's bad Ronald TV movie. Up to his 17th year, no one regarded Ronald as anything but a rather large, overfed youth. Probably best ignored. Perhaps that was the trouble. No one really took a good look at Ronald, not the real Ronald, except for his devoted mother, who saw only the son she wanted to see, certainly not the real Ronald. Who then is Ronald? Ronald is that faceless unknown who waits to grab what he needs to become the ultimate invader. Here we go. The gore score. I'm going to do a video on this by itself. This is revised and updated gore score. Thin as hell book. This thing was $7. Look how thin this is. But oh man, this is one where dude. Unless I just saw a couple bad listings, like weird oddities. Now my copy is well read. This is the Denny O'Neil Helltown. It's basically the questions like first maybe 20 something issues of the Denny O'Neil. What was that? Was it Dennis Cowan was on the art? Who was on the art on that? I don't remember right now. But it's that series. Kind of condensed down a little bit. Has some of the fat trimmed and made into a novel. When I found it, it was like a $15 book. I looked recently, like within the last 6 months. I think it's like $50 now. It's really cool. Metahumans, aliens, magical entities, or mortals driven by iron wills, superheroes, renegades, or villains, out for justice, vengeance, or cash. But legendary, infamous, or little known, these extraordinary beings are the true champions of the DC universe. The Question, Lady Shiva, Richard Dragon, Batman. Newly arrived in crime-plagued Hub City, Vic Sage doesn't plan to be a hero. He only wants to uncover his own mysterious past. Working as a reporter for a local radio station, Vic gets too close to a deadly story and is nearly murdered when he's rescued by mercurial assassin Lady Shiva. Trained by martial art masters Richard Dragon and given a new identity by Batman, Now reborn as The Question. Big Sage Val is the story of vast corrupt conspiracy involving the truth. Look will find that the answers may prove fatal. So it's a little bit cheap, but it's really cool. And I found this. We had a used bookstore in town. I probably paid $7 cover price. She probably charged me like $2. And what year is this from? Yeah, Martha's. So she stamped every book. Because if you got it from, as long as it didn't have book mold, she would take it back no matter what, unless she had Palace Cup 2006. I knew it was real. And then this is the only hardcover of this. This is Primeval. New stories about the modern masters of horror. We got Stephen King, Paul Hazel, Dennis Etchinson, Clyde Barker, Thomas Seltzer, M. John Harrison, David Romero, Peter Straub, Charles Lee Grant, Thomas Ligotti, Ramsey Campbell, Whitney Schreiber, Jack Cady, edited by Douglas E. Winter. Another found this at like an antique mall thrift store for like $1 and grabbed it. I have not read this yet, but let's see what the stories are from that. So King is the Nightflyer, I've read that already. Coming to Grief is a Barker one I've never read. Oh, David Morrell, Oranges with Blues for Insanity from the creator of Rambo. Huh. That's kind of neat. But I just thought it'd be neat to go over some books, you know? And, how many of these out there do y'all have, Any? I'm out. Hope you enjoyed that. Later.